got us out of class.
I like that everyone could interact in it and everyone could share their opinions and just input what they think.
I liked that was like interactive. It was like kind of intimate in a way, but like not in a creepy sense, in like a in like it was comfortable. Like it wasn't awkward. It was just like especially because I didn't really know the class, so I feel like it's a good thing to get involved with everyone and like other perspectives, things like that.
I think like got a lot of information and got to get out of class.
Yeah. People were really helpful and informative, and we just learned a lot about the topic.
Yeah, so I found it really engaging the way that I sort of learned things that I never would have really thought about before this study.
I think it definitely looked more on the side of things that we hadn't really learnt about beforehand, so it was really useful information.
I just found it like, very eye-opening, like a lot of information, and like how it was presented, it was like easy to like come across, so I was able to understand everything and like learn more without getting too overwhelmed with everything.
I like that we could actually learn about it and ask questions, and there wasn't any, judgment. You were just there to help.
And also I like that we could be confident in front of everyone, and like we're giving our ideas to different students as well.
It was good that everyone was participating and like engaging in the work.
Chucked on some platform.
Yeah, like if we were sat in the library for like a whole period just getting lectured about e-cigarettes, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if you were just sit us down and lecture us for a good hour and a half, none of it would get into our head, but you had like
interactive.
Yeah. You had like kind of like, I don't know how to put it. It's in my head, but I don't know how to get it out.
You mean like the writing part?
Like the engaging.
Like it's
they listened to our feedback and all that stuff.
It was definitely very engaging, so it was very easy to kind of put yourself out there and kind of brainstorm together.
I felt interested and great because it was actually very interesting to learn about.
Like our choices mattered and like our opinions were of value to people.
I think it got us a bit more involved because like normally when someone's just talking to you, it's kind of like, I don't know, and then like when you're actually participating in something.
Yeah, like it's kind of similar to her, like, researching and like realizing it's like not just like what it like looks like you see and you like, it's like a lot worse than it is, like even if it's just like a pretty thing, like it's like just, bad for your lungs, bad for your mental health.
I think more conversations need to happen about e-cigarettes. The consequences of vaping are pretty bad. It's not worth it.
And that it's not healthy at all, and people just do it to be cool, and it's just not worth it at all. Like, you shouldn't even.
When you come out of that, you're like, you've got, like, it's a bonding experience as well, like with friends.
Yeah.
To like say no.
And like I never really talk about all that stuff with my friends, and like I was with him, he's my friend, and then talked about vaping, not to do it and all that stuff.
I think it was really good because we're young people and it involves a lot of young people, like the whole issue. So I think it's really important that everyone's involved, no matter the age.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really good thing because I'm also not from Australia. I'm from Vietnam, like different country. And when I get to know about more stuff like you guys did for our school, which is really nice to know, and I think students should know more about it.
I think it's important because some people don't have someone to educate them about this stuff, and then they can come to school and have a place to learn what they need to know.
Good that they include young people for these issues because you get, it's like it's more relatable. If it was like just an adult talking to you, then you're like, oh, these guys don't even know what they're talking about.
And you'll
but then when the young people are in it, then you're like, oh yeah, they know it, they know.
And it's also because like in the future it'll be more of like us that's changing the world in a way. So it's important to have our opinions now so that later on we're able to take our opinions into consideration.
Well, my takeaway was that we need to look more into like actual risk groups where it would make more of an impact towards how we're researching how vaping would affect these groups. It's more so like, because we chose such a group where the risk is very low, you know, it's how Amelia explained it were like the good issues. No, sorry, that's Connor.
Yeah.
We explained how it was the good issues, and you know, we're not in that risk, we're not looking towards vaping, it's other groups, and by choosing us, it's just not looking at the right demographic.
Like in a way, it's good to get other perspectives on it. Like I'm not saying that it was a bad idea to get our group's opinions, because like it was, you know, everyone does come from a different thing. Obviously people like in our class know people that vape. It's not something that we're like completely unexposed to. But I think like it was interesting that most of our perspectives were very similar. Like a lot of people weren't, you know, like contradicting each other. It was very much like, oh yeah, vaping is bad. Like, that was like the consensus of it all.
I think something to take away is like possibly to work on like more familiarity and stuff, because while we are a low risk factor group, we have the tendency to respect you guys more, whereas some people are like, oh, who are these random people coming here telling me what to do? So I feel like, you know, working up that familiarity and like, you know, as Em said, getting to know that intimate level, I feel like that will help people a bit more.
It's not that cool. So yeah.
Great. This again.
Yeah. Like yeah, especially for like other students, like we walk into the bathroom and all we smell is like strawberry and blueberry. Like this is a bathroom, not a bloody cafeteria, you know? So like yeah, like yeah, vaping, like in my opinion, it's just not cool. Like even like you see on social media, it's not cool. Just breathe air, you know? Yeah.
What?
Don't vape.